Spider-Noir. Nicolas Cage, you son of a bitch, you did it again. I honestly like Nicolas Cage. You know what? I know Nicolas Cage was in National Treasure, but Nicolas Cage is the national treasure. Aww. He was throughout my whole entire childhood in movies and all this stuff, and I always thought all of his stuff was awesome. There was a period where I started getting smart enough to know what good acting and bad acting was, and I seen him act pretty bad. And I was like, damn, Nicolas Cage actually kind of sucks at acting, even though he did great movies, you know, like Weatherman, great actor in it. What was it, Family Man or something like that? Great acting. There's a bunch of films where I seen Nicolas Cage, like, nail it as far as acting. And then, you know, he would fuck up and do some shit like, even though I loved Con Air as a kid, I watched it as an adult and cringed. He was like, put down the bunny with his mullet. Anyways, long story short, I love Nicolas Cage, and he was actually offered to play Green Goblin, I think it was, unless it was an offer, but Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He could have been Green Goblin, and he actually was like, nah, I kind of want to like play some different variant of Spider-Man. That was years ago. That's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, long time ago. So years fast forward, and we get him. We get him as Spider-Noir. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect when it was getting advertised. I was like, this actually looks pretty cool. And then they offer it in black and white. Dope. Thought that was awesome. Now, notice this. And a lot of people nowadays, especially the youngsters, you little youngsters, back in the day when we didn't have color, directors and gaffers, and like they would light it because they knew it was going to be in black and white to where you could see everything. So things down to like a little lamp in the background or a little bush in the background, they had a light on that, you know, to pull out and separate. And they like really did that for Spider-Noir. And also the classic, like the way they filmed things, they pulled off that classic old school film look. Like they had a lot of like tilted angles, up shots, you know. They even accentuated like female eyes with shadows. Really well done with cinematography. I really liked it. And actually, the Spider-Noir Rotten Tomatoes is, I mean, I hate the critics, so I'll just tell you, they gave it 92%. So cool critics, great. Yeah. Normally they suck because they always want you to check every single damn box, but the audience gave it a 93. I always go with the audience, always, you know, because the critics are stupid. You know, they're just, what would I call a critic usually? A limousine liberal. That's what critics usually are today. But anyways, yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed the film. And not only, the soundtrack was sick. It was sick. The intro show, like soon as it played, me and my daughter looked at each other and I pulled out my phone to see what the artist was and I added the intro song to my Spotify. That's how dope it was. And then obviously throughout the series, you know, you'd catch some music and you're like, damn, what the hell is this? The colors fading from the photograph. But no, I loved it. So anyways, I don't want to give spoilers because I know it just came out. Oh, by the way, Prime, you're the shit because you gave us all the episodes. We had the option and choice to binge. And I like doing that. You know, like when I go to bed at night, sometimes, you know, I'll put on something, you know, and then a episode would end. And I'm like, damn, I got to like another 30 minutes before I can go to bed. I could watch another and I can't. So thank you, Amazon, for allowing us to be able to binge, which I did because it was such a dope series. Just go watch it for yourself. Actually, tell me in the comments of what you think of the show. Now, note, I don't know if you guys seen this, but, well, you probably did if you're a Spider-Man fan, but, you know, Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse, that film, Nicolas Cage was the voice of Spider-Noir there. And I thought that was a dope nod. You know, I was like, oh, okay, hell yeah. And then, you know, years later, we get the actual Nicolas Cage playing a live-action Spider-Noir. Sick as hell. I liked how their villains, you know, like, you could tell it was like, not the Shocker, Electro, the Sandman, I don't know, what was that? The black dude that was like indestructible. Who was he, like supposed to be like the Rhino or something like that ectoskeleton type of. He was a badass. That dude was insane. But yeah, I thought the whole show was sick. And then his journalist buddy, I think that guy was like, he's the one that does like all the voices. He ends up like imitating Nicolas Cage in the show, and he actually nailed it. That dude is like a jack of all trades and voices and stuff like that. But anyways, long story short, I heard haters out there, and you guys just can't be pleased. Shut up. Enjoy the show. I didn't even see any like boxes checked or nothing like that, which makes me surprised that, you know, the critics gave it 92%. I mean, yeah, diversity, but whatever. I mean, like, we have diversity in a bunch of damn movies. You know, like, back in the day, the way they, like, did the diversity, it was still that way, you know, like, there was still, like, you know, black and brown people, you know, doing their thing back in the day. And they touched a little bit on that, but, you know, they were just characters with a story, and I really liked it. I thought it was actually pretty entertaining, and I was hoping for a season 2. I'm like, are they going to do it? So I went and looked it up. And the directors, the creators of the show, they're like, hell yeah, we'll do it. And then Nicolas Cage, he's like, I'm excited to do it. I'm like, awesome. But Prime has not announced it, so we don't know. But I'm assuming because not only the show was good, surprisingly the critics loved it, obviously the audience loved it, Prime's going to do it. They're going to give us another season 2. Nicolas Cage is down. Go home. Turn it on. You could stream it. It's sick. You could binge it. That's awesome. That usually doesn't really happen that much. I thought they were going to do that with The Boys, and they didn't do that with The Boys. And that's another whole topic I can get on with the end, you know. A fucking cunt. Yeah, lemon fucking squeezy with The Boys. I liked it and I didn't. But anyways, back on Spider-Noir. My rating on it, I'll give it a 93% out of 100 myself, just like the audience did. I thought it was good. I thought it was great. Real quick, though, I was seeing stuff online circulate. This is a different topic. Elliot Page. I don't even know if it's, like, true. I thought it was actually a joke. A lot of people are telling me it's true that they're doing this movie called The Odyssey or whatever, and then Elliot Page is going to be in it. People are tripping out because Elliot Page is going to play Achilles. Let me know if it's really actually true. I was looking online. I think it actually is true. I mean, I hope Christopher Nolan knows better. Anyways, long story short, here's some clips real quick of some upcoming Elliot Page movies. We got Scar Chest. Oh yeah. Tough as hell. John Wick. Awesome. Can't wait to see the ass kicking there. And you know what else is going to be a great movie? What Women Want. And I see Dylan Mulvaney in the movie as well. But anyways, just poking fun here because I actually keep seeing these pop up on social media, making fun of the fact that they're putting Elliot Page in a tough guy role, and that's stupid, and you figured the director would know better, or the casting director, I don't know. But anyways, long story short, oh yeah, and then this funny one of behind the scenes, Elliot Page trying to open up a jar of pickles for the Odyssey. Get it, Achilles. Oh, one honorable mention, Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, check out this handshake. Oh yeah. Get it together, Hollywood. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Make sure you go to theservidios.com, get you some damn merch, such as thus. But anyways, make sure you subscribe, support the show, and get some damn merch, and we'll see you next week. Oh, real quick. Next week, we're going to be going to Fan Fusion. I don't know. I might film some behind-the-scenes stuff and use that for a show and show you what we did and what I dressed up as and how cool Austin's going to look in his costume. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but he's going to be dope as shit. Dr. Dope, that's what I'll say. But anyways, take care, and I'll see you next week. You want to buy the merch? Get it now, get it all. Get a hoodie, look goody in the mall. Now you roll up on the mob, looking good like you bought all the stock. And the shock when you show them what you got. Hey man, where'd you get that shirt? I want to get me one.